Okay, hello everyone. So today we've got Friday. Now today is important because the most volatile news of the month is the non-farm payroll. So if you're going to trade, be mindful for this one, okay, and see how that goes. I have to just make sure I change my time here. All right, so you get your proper hours, right? So yes, there was a holiday and there was nothing really to do. And today we're going to wait for this. Now remember, in the hours, if you take a look at the hours, we don't have a setup until after the news, okay, or much before the news here, all right? And in fact, here too. So this 8:30 to 9:30 my time is an okay time zone, right? Also, this 11:45 to 12:45, or let's say from 12 to 1, right? So 12 to 1 period is also nice to kind of like trade, okay, or prepare for a setup. If that is the case, that is the case, what might happen is we might see the market like going sideways during this period until the news, and then the news will definitely do something crazy, okay, because there are like hectic moves, especially until 9 o'clock, and then beyond that as well, actually. So we might have the market, for example, let me set this up so we know what we're talking about. This is important for today. So what might happen is this, right? I'm just going to draw on here. So let's say the market is going sideways until the news, okay? We might have a boom and boom, or a boom or a boom, okay? Or it might be something like this. We go to the trade hour again and turn around, okay? Or the opposite, okay? You see what I mean? So it's a bit tricky, but it's going to be volatile, okay? So be mindful for that. From what I see, it's going to be like this 8 o'clock business, okay, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, it could be like a retracement, okay, because it's got an adjustment point to it. So it could be an adjustment level. So if the market, for example, going sideways, there's the news going up there, coming back down, and then might push back up in that situation. Or if it went down, goes this way, okay? Same kind of setup, just the other way around. So because that 8 o'clock has got some adjustment motion to it, whichever direction the market, shifts into, that's how it's going to be. It doesn't look like it's favorable news, okay? And that 8 o'clock, 8:50 is looking like an adjustment level, okay? So be mindful. Afterwards, it's going to be like, pretty hectic again until the end of the market. On Monday, also, I've already posted the swing days. If you check it out, if you missed it, there'll be opportunity to tag along next week on whatever you're trading as well. All right. So we'll see how that goes. So just want you to take note of that news business, and that's it. Now then, let's take a look at gold. Now with gold, okay, you shouldn't have any dramas because we said we have a breakout, so our direction was long. So if you've been getting into gold, you should be just fine because, swing hours going up, swing hours going up. Okay, swing hours going up. So if you're trading off the swing hours into our bias of going up, you should be just fine because we had the PST breakout. Accordingly, this should continue because, this should continue because, where are we? Here, okay? Because we still have room to go, okay? It's done a good buy kiss. So if we're stabilizing here, pushing further up is on the cards, right? Remember with gold, I said this is an impulse wave. And then there's a 37.5 retracement that the market should come up to, which it has done yesterday as well. And that's fine, okay? But if you take a look at the overall picture here, okay, the overall picture is there's an uptrend. And on the weekly, you can see it as well. We're just going up with the flow here, okay? So it's looking a bit more tidy here, as you can see. So, we're just going up. So you can follow that way, all right? Just like I said, during the news, it's going to be a bit volatile. Be mindful. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. With the euro dollar, we had a swing day here, swing day there, and the market's down, and that's nice to see. Now with this one, we might see the market following, going down, and that's fine. Okay. What to do with this? The news will impact, obviously, the euro dollar, okay? And if that volatility does happen, we might end up down here again, which is what we're expecting to, okay? So not a big deal. But this zone is a buy zone. And if we do come down here, we will be looking to go long, okay? So possibly next week, all right? But you can see the market is on the weekly as well, pretty much off the PST going up. And on the daily, okay, you can see on the daily as well, we still got room to fill in that zone, okay? A good buy is at 41 is a price of 1.0322. 1.0322 is pretty much, okay, is there. All right, so if the market goes up a little bit and sells off, that's fine. Get rid of that now. Okay, and that's basically it. I don't see anything else happening. If we keep pushing down, 25 is on the cards, 1.0128. So you can put 1.0128 is all the way down there. Wow, that's quite a bit down. So what can we do instead? Let's do this. If that's too far down, the weekly is red 28, 1.0316. 1.0. That can't be right. Let's check it out again. 28. Because it's gone below 27, that's why. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So if you want to follow that down, you can take it into that zone again. Okay, that's the monthly. Remember the monthly zone. Okay, and right at the end I've got 34, which you should have on your cards. Okay, we can still get to a double bottom or even lower with the divergence. If that will be the case, we are buyers. All right, so just so that you know, we are on a buy setup in this zone or anywhere in between where we have a swing day, we can push up, okay, with the euro dollar. Let's take a look at SP 500. Now, as you know, the weekly here is down, okay, here. We still have that 52 level, which we marked in 5837. So that's still on the cards. Okay, so yesterday I marked these levels in. The market can still be pushing in this direction if we are just going to delete that. Okay, let me just see if we've got relevant levels. 44.5908. $59.08 is pretty much there. Okay, so this zone is a resistance zone. I'll just refresh that, which is pretty much where they sold off. If you're using PSTs, you should be on top of your game all the time with the pricing. Okay, so this is one level. $5.787. 5.787's about there. All right, so if the market pushes down, there is room to come down. Okay. And that's how it is. If the market is going sideways like this, during the news, if you know how to straddle, you can straddle. Okay, but just be mindful about it, because straddling is a bit tricky and dangerous. Okay, so if you know your business, you can do it. Other than that, though, this could go both ways. With the news, if it goes up, we've got room to come up. Okay, why? Because of the gap. If we go down, got levels to come down. 1 zone, 2 zone. Okay, this is a good zone to come down into. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now remember, we're going with the swing days and the hours and the prices. So this week with the Dow Jones, all the indices had the same days. Being Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, come on. All right, and this is a nice kind of triangle all the way floating down. Okay, so that's the weekly support. If this thing breaks down, you see we're going to go downtown. Okay, I mean, I've talked about this level before. It's been once, twice, 3 times, 4 times here mucking around. Okay, so we'll have to see how things pan out. 2 things can happen here. Impulse wave, so we have an A, B, C, high, and then sell off. Or this is just going to be a pennant and we're just going to boom it down. Now this is the daily, and you can see we've got 43 there, which is 42,671. 42,671. Okay, and that's on the daily. Now if that thing breaks up, then obviously we're going to have a pull back and then go back up again, like I said. Okay, so if we break up, pull back, go up. Like I said, if it's something steady like this, just like on the SP 500, you can straddle it. That's fine. On the weekly, we could also just boom, crash down. Okay, and that's also logical. So this 48 is 42,256. 42,256. It's just there. Okay. So if this thing like crashes down, it's also, going downtown. On the monthly, That's a big push down. That 61 again is, you can see, 42,048. 42,048 is there. Okay, so here as well. All right, so this zone is like, if this zone breaks, we're going to be starting this down push all the way into this zone here, all right? And that could be like all the way down to 49. So we could have a bit of a downwards motion there, which is fine, okay? If it breaks down, it's actually an advantage for us because it's on the bigger time frame. So when you pull back, we just sell it down. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Nice. It's actually good that we're having a sideways motion because that is setting up for a breakout. Okay. And on, yeah, we're in this zone. You see, this is like oh, good for a push down. Okay, because we've been in this place for like once, twice. You see how it's bouncing off? Not very exciting. Okay. Not very exciting. So we'll see how it pans out. Obviously, it can go both ways, but because, you know, this is breached out, shorting it looks like a more logical option here. And, you know, coming back down into this zone or even lower is looking like a better option, right? So we'll keep it in mind. And according to the days, you know, Monday was a swing day. All right, so that's your Monday. So market comes down. Tuesday, Wednesday was a swing day. All right. And this is Friday. So this, you know, it could go, like I said, it could go both ways. But according to the PST, it looks like downwards. So same kind of thing here. You could straddle it if you want. Okay. So you could put the trades in. And if it pushes down, it should push down at least until, after the news, until 5:15 to 5:20. All right. So knowing this hour is very important for us. This is why trading with the hours is really, really good, because the news is coming out at 4:30, and at least I understand that I've got a 45, 50-minute directional move there. Okay, at least. So that could really be like one direction move, which could like be a good trade to get us in there. So if it goes in that direction, or if it goes in that direction, then it's just like flow into that time, and that's like it's advantage to know. So straddling is an option only if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then do a pre-news setup if you like, and you can do that, or wait for the retracement after the news. Okay, wait for the retracement and then do it. Okay. Now this is Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, as you know, we have Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so this is your Friday here, Thursday. Remember Thursday. Got a Thursday. Got a Friday. Okay, and then we've got a Saturday happening. All right. So if this is the case, okay, so we've got a Thursday, might have a Friday here, and then we'll see what happens on Saturday. But keep in mind, like I said yesterday as well, this could turn into head and shoulders. If this thing breaks down, like I said, the pullback should be a sell-off. There is not much of a gap here. Maybe it'll just tap into that 96133, okay, and then push down. That's a possibility. Or, you know, we might see the market going up into Friday, Saturday, because Saturday is also a swing day, and then chucking a UE. If you're day trading it, You know, you can think of it like that. If you're buying and holding, you know my attitude on that. It's going to be a while before we're buying in order to hold. Okay. And that's how it is. On the weekly as well, you can see that the PST indicator after the breakout has been done. Okay. And we're in this zone here now. So there's a bit of gap. As you can see, we should dip down. When is the question? Okay. So that's bearish. That was bearish. This is bearish. So, you know, maybe the market coming back down is not a bad idea. So with the news, we'll see what will happen. Okay, so be mindful because this news is going to be tricky. Like I said, it's the first non-farm payroll of 2025. And if this breaks, it's a good sign for us. Okay, if it breaks, it is a good sign for us because then we could just keep pushing it down, 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 and it should be at least down back into the 70s. Okay, mid 70s at least, and possibly even lower. All right. Let me just double check. Okay, so yeah, there. Okay, and that's Bitcoin.